Hello and welcome back to Coaching Gaming, and we are here for episode number 59 of our 1816 Munich Let's Play series on Football Manager 20, and in today's episode we have the end of the season review, which is, to be fair, a very good season overall. And let's have a look at some of the things. So, as you can see on the league table, let's get this up in all its glory. We finished in 7th position. We have won 13 games, drew 14, which is one off the club record, I do believe. I think we equalled it. 7 losses. We scored 41 times, we conceded 27 times, which, to be fair, is joint best in the league. We conceded the same amount of goals as Schalke, which puts it into perspective. Our goal difference was 14, so not the greatest in the world, with points of 53, which means we finished in 7th place. Now, that would be good. If we go over to rules, here we go. Let's go to the Bundesliga hits. Right, so 7th place, which is where we finished, so we received 54.41 million as prize money, and it would qualify us for the Europa Conference League playoff. But 6th, this all depends on whether 6th place does go to the Europa League group stage. Because if it doesn't, then it goes to the Conference League and 7th doesn't qualify. Now, if we have a look at the little information mark, it depends on the winner of the DFB-Pokal. And if we go to the DFB-Pokal, where is it? You'll see that the final is between Bayern Munich and Eintracht Frankfurt. So one of these teams will qualify for the Europa League. Annoyingly, because of this, Eintracht Frankfurt are 10th, Bayern Munich are 8th. So they will qualify for the Europa League, meaning 6th will be the Conference League, which means Leipzig will go into the Conference League and will probably destroy it. But we have annoyingly failed to qualify for European competition because of Bayern Munich or Eintracht Frankfurt, because they finished below us in the league. They jump us in the qualifications for Europe because 7th place isn't a guaranteed spot, hence why it's not highlighted currently, and 6th is in a slightly different colour to 5th. As yeah, I don't know, that's because the background alternates, but gutted, because I was really happy to finish in 7th. The last couple games of the season, actually, after the 1-0 defeat against Frankfurt, we drew 1-1 with Mainz. We won 1-0 against Hertha Berlin. We then won 1-0 against Eintracht Frankfurt, getting our revenge for the semi-final of the Cup. And then we lost 3-2 to... Hello and welcome back to Coaching Gaming, and we are here for episode number 59 of our 1816 Munich Let's Play series on Football Manager 20, and in today's episode we have the end of the season review, which is, to be fair, a very good season overall. And let's have a look at some of the things. So, as you can see on the league table, let's get this up in all its glory. We finished in 7th position. We have won 13 games, drew 14, which is one off the club record, I do believe. I think we equalled it. 7 losses. We scored 41 times, we conceded 27 times, which, to be fair, is joint best in the league. We conceded the same amount of goals as Schalke, which puts it into perspective. Our goal difference was 14, so not the greatest in the world, with points of 53, which means we finished in 7th place. Now, that would be good. If we go over to rules, here we go. Let's go to the Bundesliga hits. Right, so 7th place, which is where we finished, so we received 54.41 million as prize money, and it would qualify us for the Europa Conference League playoff. But 6th, this all depends on whether 6th place does go to the Europa League group stage. Because if it doesn't, then it goes to the Conference League and 7th doesn't qualify. Now, if we have a look at the little information mark, it depends on the winner of the DFB-Pokal. And if we go to the DFB-Pokal, where is it? You'll see that the final is between Bayern Munich and Eintracht Frankfurt. So one of these teams will qualify for the Europa League. Annoyingly, because of this, Eintracht Frankfurt are 10th, Bayern Munich are 8th. So they will qualify for the Europa League, meaning 6th will be the Conference League, which means Leipzig will go into the Conference League and will probably destroy it. But we have annoyingly failed to qualify for European competition because of Bayern Munich or Eintracht Frankfurt, because they finished below us in the league. They jump us in the qualifications for Europe because 7th place isn't a guaranteed spot, hence why it's not highlighted currently. And 6th is in a slightly different colour to 5th. I don't know, that's because the background alternates, but gutted, because I was really happy to finish in 7th. The last couple games of the season, actually, after the 1-0 defeat against Frankfurt, we drew 1-1 with Mainz. We won 1-0 against Hertha Berlin. We then won 1-0 against Eintracht Frankfurt, getting our revenge for the semi-final of the Cup. And then we lost 3-2 to Bayer Leverkusen in a fantastic last game, to be fair. Fabrizio getting 2 goals because Davidson was injured. And yeah, we don't qualify for Europe, which is gutting. So it does change our plans slightly for who we are intending to get into the team and what the transfers are that we can achieve. But let's get into some of this. The end of season awards, we have one Louis Lastre as fans player of the season, 58% of it, with Agume 20% and Carlos 13%. We have Oscar with the goal of the season against Mainz. Actually, let's have a look at that. So he comes off the bench here because Carlos was starting in this game. So let's have a look at it. Okay, we're going backwards at the moment in time. This better be good. So now it's into Oscar, 1 touch, bang, far corner. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough on that game. That was on that goal. That was good. Davidson got signing of the season, £10 million from Porto, which was decent, to be fair. He's got about 6.25 million, so we overspent a little bit on him. But hopefully next season he can get a better goal return. And a young player of the season at 21 years of age, Juan Louis Lastre, won that. Obviously Davidson with the highest, the most goals, our top goal scorer. Lastre with the highest average rating. Facione with the most assists with 6. He needs to improve that in his game. Fabrizio, the best pass completion out of nowhere. Gume with the most player of the matches awards. Most yellow cards was Galani, and the Bad Boys Club was Marcus Springer and Oscar with 1 red card apiece. Where is it? Here we go. Players inducted to the 1860 Munich overall best 11. So Springer got inducted, Galani and Lastre did. Okay, that's interesting. So our best overall 11 was Königsmann in goal, Streller, Carlos and Hart Vixen and Springer across the back four. I don't know why Carlos is there. Ledson at the base midfield, Efkan and Dressel in front of us. Our midfield isn't breaking into this currently, and it needs to. And to be fair, neither of our front three, because Loretta, Brock and Otto are up front. The substitutes were Christian Joel in goal. Lastre does get onto the bench. Galani as well on the bench. Slattery on the bench. Greelig on the bench. Erdmann and Steiniger as well. So Otto needs to get on there on this. And so there's quite a few of our midfielders. But hopefully we will improve and go from strength to strength next season. End of season team meeting. Is there anything? Have we found out our finances yet? No, so we haven't found out our finances, but our overall balance is 76 million, sorry. So we are currently a fantastically rich club. So we should theoretically get a lot of money to spend here. And let's go forward a little bit, and I'll join you when we get the budgets in. I go forward one day, and all of a sudden, we've got plans to enlarge the stadium. Now, I did actually ask them mid-season to increase it. They were going to increase it by 3,000. They've gone to hell with that. We're going to increase it by 10,750 seats, which is fantastic. it is expected that these works will take around 12 months to complete. While this development work is undertaken, the club will relocate to the WWK Arena. So we're going to have a capacity of 32,500, which is going to be fantastic. It's going to cost us 20 million of our budget so far. So who plays in the WWK Arena? Augsburg do. Right, interesting. Where did they finish? That was last season. They were fifth in. Okay, so we're going to share a stadium with Augsburg, who finished fifth. Interesting. And we've also got some upgrades to the training facilities as well. It takes 5 months to complete, which is fantastic. Another 5 million that we're going to spend there. That is brilliant news. Right, I really want to know how much budget we've got. Well, I completely missed the setting of initial budgets. We have been given a £700,000 per week wage budget and a 20-odd million pound transfer budget. So what have we been given? So we're currently spending, let's go with the committed spending because that's with all transfers coming in. So we've essentially doubled our wage budget and we've been given 20 million on top of that. Okay, this is going to be fun. Right, so we will join you in the first game of next season, which will be the Cup. Hopefully we'll have some transfers done and a better team to push on and get higher than 7th and get that European qualification spot next season. So I'll join you then. And we are back with the first game of the season. Of course, it is the DFB-Pokal first round against Bischofswerda, maybe? I don't know how you pronounce that. But we are away from home in this first game of the season. And as you can see, we have nothing's really happened, really. The balance here is obviously we are now overall balance of 38 million. We have lost 8.2 million already this season somehow. We have, obviously, we ended it at we had one day where we were like 78 million. But then we invested heavily into our stadium expansion, which is another 10,000 seats, which is going to be fantastic, bringing it up to about 32,500. And let's have a look at the transfers. So let's go with the outs currently. Yeah, out. Is that right? Yeah, that is the right order. So we loaned out Jules Menger to Wolfsburg for the season. He's our striker with 8 finishing. He's got quite good everything else. It's just his finishing is bad. And I don't think he's actually a striker. I'd more likely play him as that sort of advanced playmaker in the middle of the park, or at least Cam. So he's gone out on loan. We then sold Harold Streller to Stuttgart for 3.5 million, a 9-year veteran of 1860 Munich. He came up through the third Liga with us and has had quite a few seasons in the Bundesliga, but has not regained the form he showed in that first season in the Bundesliga, and he has steadily decreased, apart from last season where he got 0.01 higher than his previous season. So yeah, he's gone to Stuttgart for 3.5 million. He's currently valued at 2.7 for them. He is a decent player, but he was 2.5 stars. And I don't feel like his wage was like 22,000, I think, or 28,000, something like that. So I feel like to get rid of that wage and then we can get some more people in with the money. We also sold Sapper to these guys, Lubin. I don't know how you pronounce that first bit, for 6 million. So he's gone as well. Obviously, we brought in some midfielders, so we had to get rid of the lesser quality players that we had. Which is also why Kraminski left down in a little minute. But then we sold Sahinovic to Olympiakos for 5.5 million, which was decent. We then sold Farini to Sassuolo for 9.5, which was his release clause. They decided to match it, and we accepted it. Farini was a decent player, fantastic dribbling, finishing at not the greatest and all, but he just didn't really do a lot. He had a decent season, got 5 assists and 1 goal. But Leone came back, and Leone's finishing is a hell of a lot better. Leone's finishing is like 15 or so, and he's the same current ability. So I thought I'd keep Leone and sell Farini when I can get a high fee for him. And Sassuolo did give me that fee. We then sold Kraminski to Hanover for 3.4 million. It might rise to 4.2 depending on additional clauses. And we come into the loan spell. We loaned Buttershon to Osnabrück in the Bundesliga too, purely because we couldn't sell him. No one wanted to buy him. Timothy has gone back to Bate Borisov on loan as well, because we have brought in a left winger to become our first choice. We then loaned Mohamed Hadji, who we did get in at the... we did have it agreed last season, and he came in July, but then my loan director decided he should get a loan, and he's gone to Paderborn, who are in the Bundesliga this season, so maybe Mohamed Hadji could get some game time and really improve. We then sold Killian for his value to Lille, 4.8 million. Again, there wasn't a lot of interest in him, and it was the only offer that actually came close to his actual value, so I had to take it just to get him off the books again. He's valued currently at 6 million for Lille, but oh well. I believe we made a bit of a profit on that, did we? Yes, yeah, I made 2.8 million profit, which is fine by me. We then sold Dusan Smaljanic to FK Partizan. Again, he is a defender that came in recently. Literally came in and then we loaned him back. Currently 2.5 star, potentially be 4.5 star. Currently operating at Bundesliga 2 level, so hopefully he gets another good season in the Serbian league. He didn't actually play last season. Oh, no, it's the same season. Okay, so last season he played 22 times and got a 7.13 average rating, so not too bad. Hopefully he can be the best defender in that league. We loaned Ronan Parr to Mainz as well, which should be fantastic for him. Hopefully he can push on and improve. He had a brilliant season with the Crusaders last season, where he scored 17 goals, got 19 assists, and 10 player of the matches. He is much, much better than the Northern Irish Premier League. Much better than that. So he's gone to Mainz. Hopefully he can get some Bundesliga games in his system. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Bundesliga games. I thought I said second Bundesliga, but it's not. And then we sold Trond Hartvigsen to Rapid Vienna for 10.5 million, which might rise to 11.75. We had a £12 million deal agreed with Leeds, and we were also going to buy one of the Leeds players from them. Not the same position, a little bit different, but then they had a takeover issue and then transfer embargo, so that fell through. So Rapid Vienna came in and picked up a little bit less fee, but the deal went through. He's only valued at 6.25 million for them, so it's a fantastic deal for us. Again, he always played well. But he was only 2.5 star, or 3, or maybe no 3 star. He was. So in the attempts to maybe upgrade some of our players, we decided to get some in. In an attempt to upgrade the defensive positions, we decided to get new players in and refresh. Let's have a look at the ins. We had Gumedi from Kaiser Chiefs for 750,000. He is a defender, current 2-star ability, but 18 years of age, could very well hit that 4-star, maybe 5-star rating that he is predicted. Fantastic signing. We then bought Conan Kanate from San Pedro for 250,000. This one is not that good of a deal. He's a deep line playmaker in the middle of the park, 2-star current, with the potential to be 3, maybe 4-star. He is 21 years of age, so it's probably going to be 3-star, and we will probably sell him on next season, if he plays at all. Then we spent some little bit of big money here. We spent 2.5 million on Hernando Caraballi from Atletico Nacional. Again, he comes in. He's a fantastic centre midfielder, deep line playmaker, advanced playmaker type of thing. 3-star current ability, 3-star, maybe 4-star current ability. Colombian, who is a wonder kid by the media, which is fantastic. So he comes in. We then have Jose Mendy from Swansea. This is where the big money comes in. We broke our transfer record 3 times this season, and Jose Mendy was the first of the 3. £7.5 million we spent on this guy. Currently £9.5 million valued, 3-star current, 3-star potential, but just look at his physicals and mental greens. His crossing's all right, dribbling's all right, first touch, tackling good. And comes in as a natural fullback on attack, which is what we were looking for. Has played various different leagues, mainly in Portugal, had a couple of seasons with Southampton and then Swansea in the Premier League, a decent season with Swansea last season, so we snatched him up. We then got a free transfer of Tim Futterer which again, this is actually probably a better free signing on our part. He's 2.5 star current ability, 3.5 star, maybe 4.5 star potential ability. He comes in as just extra bodies in the middle of the park. Might get him on loan if someone wants to come in for him. Maybe loan out Conan Konate. Who knows? We then splashed the cash again. We broke our transfer record. £12 million for Alfredino. We could have got him for 8.75 million if we had qualified for a European competition or a continental competition. But unfortunately we didn't, so we had to spend a little bit more money to prize him away from Monterrey. But Alfredino comes in as our best left winger. 3.5 star current, 4.5 star potential, 22-year-old Brazilian. He's already valued 19.5 million. So I think that was pretty good value for money on his part. They did pay 4.8 million from Sao Paulo, which we could have snatched him up. But we didn't actually get to see him at that point. We then signed Yuko Pitkanen from HJK for 1.5 million. He is a Finnish striker, 19 years old, 2.5 star current, 3.5 star, maybe 4.5 star, resilient striker, deep lying forward. Again, potentially not the greatest, but it's better than Menga is, and he tries first time shots, so who knows? He could be a good player. He comes in as just extra bodies. We then had 2 loan spells. Now, we sold Sahinovic, and then we got an offer in for Hartviksen for 12 million, which we accepted. So I had to get a centre back, and what I've found is any centre back that is equivalent to Lastra is worth about 40 million. And I couldn't improve through buying players, so I got 2 loans in. We've got Elliot Wallace-Mills from Chelsea, and then we've got Alex Bamford from Manchester City, so some Premier League blood coming into our team. Elliot Wallace-Mills is 3-star current, 4-star potential, English 22-year-old, valued at 18.5 million, would have cost a hell of a lot more to prime from Chelsea, so we went for just a loan. He is only 5'10", which is a bit annoying. But then we also got Alex Bamford in, who is another English player, 21-year-old centre-back, 6 foot this time, so not a small guy, 3-star current and 4.5 star potential. I don't know which one of these I'm going to play. I might have to just compare them a bit more as who becomes our second first choice player. We then bought Smiljanic from FK Partizan for 1.5 million, which we then loaded him back straight away, which we've seen. And then we broke our transfer record again, 18.75 million for one Rocker. This is a guy I've been trying to get for 4 years. And I finally got the guy. We have currently, compared to his valuation, overspent slightly. But he comes in as a 3.5 star current ability player, 4-star potential, hard-working midfielder. And yeah, he's a box-to-box midfielder. What more can you say? He's got good acceleration, good pace, good stamina. Natural fitness, not really that good, but positioning, teamwork, tackling, technique, all these things, work rate as well, fantastic. So he comes in as one of our best players in the middle of the park. He comes in as, actually, according to the star ratings, our best player in the middle of the park. So yeah, that's all the transfers. It's taken quite a long time. So let's get into this first game. It's not going to take too long. We will pretty much just dispatch these guys straight away. And we have rotated quite heavily from what we would normally use as our starting 11. So we've got Strobel in goal, Galani, Nye, Guimedi, and Dijkman across the back 4. We've got Carabali and Rocca in the base of midfield. Shiba, Oscar, Leone, and Fabrizio rounding out that attacking 4 we've got. So let's get into the game and see what we can do. Right, we should pretty much just spank these players. Rocker has not got a number. I would have... No, he's not going to be 10. He's going to be... No. He's going to be 6. I don't know who 7 was. Who's now 6? Who is now 6? I don't know. It doesn't say on that list. Right, I will do the squad numbers properly between this episode and next. But I was just sort of trying to get this get this transfer window over and done with, because it did take a hell of a long time, because it was very picky with the players that we could afford, and then were they worth the money, and it was very iffy. I'm going to say I expect nothing but a win here, and then I am going to praise them, because I do expect nothing but a win. This is a team we should actually destroy here. They are, again, an amateur side, so it shouldn't be too hard to just put a couple past them. I'm going to straight away with positive. And let's see if we can coast to an easy victory here today. And we've got a throw-in on the far side with Dijkman. Rocket crosses in towards Galani, who has a head on goal. Goes over the bar. And here we go, we are piling on the pressure now. Free kick from Dijkman. Nice there. Shiba's at the back post. Shiba is somehow offside off that. He probably was a couple inches in front of the defender that he was next to. Oh, it's very, very tight. But yeah, I would have said he was just offside there. So early signs are good. We've had 10 shots in the first 20 minutes. My lord. We need to sort of just get a goal here. Rocket again doing everything from that left-hand or right-hand side. Ball comes in, and Fabrizio has missed an absolute sitter as their goalkeeper has flapped it. Fully flapped it, and it was just a tap-in that he has missed. Gramady picks the ball back up from this corner. Can he cross it in now? He does go all the way back to Galani, actually. There might be a chance down this left-hand side. Finds Shiba. He's inside to Karabali, has a shot. Karabali, shot goes over the bar. And we're not winning. Karabali with a free kick. Oscar with a chance. Goes just wide again. And they have a goal kick, but we win the ball back straight away. Going long on goal kicks always seems to lose you the ball. Dijkman running on this right-hand side. Cross comes in. Shiba's there, and Shiba slots it home. There's a beautiful assist by Dijkman there, and Shiba getting his name as the first goal scorer of the new season, which is fantastic. And let's now push on and at least get 2 or 3 goals here. As Karabali in the middle of the park picks the ball up, he's got options to the right of him, which Dijkman now is on the ball, running forward into the box. Cross comes in, Oscar's there, Shiba, and it's 2-0. That was a very unselfish pass by Oscar. He could have had a shot on himself and probably would have scored it. So it is lucky that Shiba does manage to slot the ball on the near side of the keeper. Let's just watch that again, because Oscar could have easily had this shot. Yeah, he could have had a first time shot and the keeper probably wouldn't have had anything to do with it. But we have now taken a 2-0 lead just before half time, which has changed my half time team talk quite a bit here. Oscar lost possession more than any of his players, probably because he's trying to do the risky balls. I am very happy. I am going to drop it down to positive now. I'm thinking maybe we rest players. I'm gonna get Rocker off. It is his debut, but I'm gonna bring Konate on for his debut as well. Just probably because Konate needs a bit of conditioning into him. Oh, sorry, match sharpness into him. And obviously Rocker will be probably our first choice midfielder. Well, actually, probably he is currently star rating the best midfielder we have at the club, so he should be the first choice. Fabrizio not doing much. Dijkman with a free kick again. Shiba has apparently been fouled, and I can only assume that Shiba will take this penalty, and he will for his hat-trick, and he does. He gets a first day of the season hat-trick. Fiso Shiba just showing what he means to do this season. If he can keep this up, quite frankly, this will be fantastic. Let's have a look at what we can do. Nye's not having the greatest of games in... or he's not having... the greatest conditioning currently. He's not at the greatest conditioning currently. Who else can we bring on? I'm going to bring on Gume for Karabali. Give him a little bit of a rest. We have got the first game of the season in about 3 days, hence why we always majorly rotate for this game, because we want to get the Bundesliga season off to a good start. Which I believe the first game is Schalke, the defending champions, which we have beaten twice. Or at least we did beat at least once last season. So hopefully we can double down on that and get another victory against them, which will be a good marker for the new season. As Leone picks the ball up on this near side, beats his man, tries to get across, and he does. Oscar's there. Oscar scores. It's 4-0. It's fantastic. There's a great cross by Leone, who, to be fair, Leone's stats, or Leone's attributes, seem better than he performs, and he just needs to step up now. He's 22 years of age, and he needs to play like he wants to break into a first 11 for us, because he could do. If he improves, he's still got potential. If he improves fast enough, he can get into our first 11. And hopefully, with his finishing at 15, he will get more and more chances. Fabrizio with a chance, who he really should have a goal, because he missed a sitter. He's had the effort there, cannon off the crossbar. Schubert to take now on that far side. Fabrizio picks it back up, has a shot that's blocked, and there is maybe a chance for a 3-on-2 here, but they are very, very slow. Oscar wins the ball back here and is now looking to go forward. Goes into Leone, who passes into Agume. On the overlap is Galani here, now running into the box. Has a cross. Fabrizio doesn't quite get the header. And they have the ball and clear it. Right. I don't know why I'm doing this, but let's drop everything down. Let's not risk any more conditioning than we've already lost throughout this game. We have set down a marker here. A 4-0 victory is very, very nice for the first round, and we will actually have the second round draw at the end of this game as well. So hopefully we can get a nice